Have you noticed that a lot of people have started talking about how they want to buy a farm, live off-grid, and ride out the next decade in a small community in the woods? Well, back in 2020, as the pandemic was hitting a peak, we crowdfunded a 400-acre property with a campsite, golf course, and RV park in Wells Gray, British Columbia, Canada, with the intention of building a community. A lot of the time when people hear about land projects like ours, they automatically think commune, cult, or preppers. And although I love the eyes wide shut parties, we're trying to do something a little different with this project. I read this quote once by Robert Heinlein, and I'm paraphrasing. A human being should be able to change a diaper, plan an invasion, butcher a hog, design a building, pitch manure, and program a computer. Specialization is for insects. I'd probably add to that, train an AI, design and 3D print a tool, make a video, and plant a garden. But this kind of sums up my attitude towards our project. I wanted to make myself a more capable and well-rounded person. I was tired of being this head-in-the-clouds future thinker, full of ideas about how the world should change. I wanted to start living the way I was talking about in all those podcast episodes we made. I think like a lot of people wanting to start a homestead and live off-grid, I had a lot of anxiety about the future. We live in a weird time, obviously, and things like AI and inflation and global pandemics are making everyone a lot more worried, reactive, and on edge. I wanted to figure out how to claw back some sovereignty and optimism in my life. And you know what? Building things with my own hands, being creative, and learning new skills gives me back that feeling of optimism. When I see for myself that I can handle chaotic events through my own efforts and skills, that I can learn and adapt, the anxiety and pessimism about the future just goes away. That's the main thing this land has done for me and our little community. It's made us all a lot less anxious because it's forced us to become a lot more capable. I started seeing each new disruption or challenge as a learning opportunity. If our land floods, or the electricity goes out, or the tractor breaks down, or we get snowed in, everyone springs into action. We all sort of inherently know by now that we have the ability to learn what we need to learn to fix the problem. It's just a question of how fast and how thoroughly we can learn new things, and how willing we are to face our fears and be comfortable with discomfort. Which is why, to me, it all comes back to meta skills. Our environment shapes who we are. Just by living here, everyone has gotten better at critical thinking, problem solving, communicating, leaning in when things get uncomfortable, and learning how to learn. And I think that is exactly what it takes to deal with so many of the problems in the world. So, on this channel, we're going to start telling our stories about learning meta skills. If you want to follow us on this journey, subscribe. If you want to learn about all the different ways you can become a part of this project, go to futurethinkers.org/land. If you just want to go on a camping adventure and enjoy this incredible Canadian wilderness, you can stay with us at wellsgrayresort.ca. And if you want to listen to our podcast, where we've talked for years about all these philosophies, practices, and plans that have led us to starting the community, check it out at futurethinkers.org.